sportbiketrack.com. I've got some guy from Pennsylvania here. His name is Tex, but he's from Pennsylvania. Anyways, he is the rep from REV'IT. We've been looking at REV'IT for quite a while now, okay? It's an interesting line. They have some great pieces. The more we've looked at it, we've decided to add it to the catalog because it's going to fit here. It's going to fit well because they've got a lot of passion for their products and for protection, and they make some great stuff. This is going to be the first video for the REV'IT video series, and we're going to begin with the big dog racing glove, their Jerez. Still, once again, how do you get a name like Tex when you're from Pennsylvania? It's alright because he's cool and we'll let it go. The Jerez full gauntlet race glove from REV'IT. Let's go to the palm because all the REV'IT gloves, they use goat skin. Goat skin can be more supple and more abrasion resistant than leather, especially if you're using the good stuff, and REV'IT is absolutely doing that. But on the Jerez glove, they've decided to use an unlined kangaroo palm. That kind of gives you a little better feel with the controls. It's unlined, the kangaroo's good stuff for sure. This area right here is goat skin that's used a special tanning process so it doesn't uptake a bunch of water. It's basically there to help protect this area. It's a high wear area, make the glove last as long as it can, and have good grip on the controls. This area here on the outside of the thumb, high impact, high abrasion area, covered in super fabric. Super fabric has more abrasion resistance than the goat skin or the leather, and it also slides really easy. So you put this part on the ground, it'll slide easy and get you sliding somewhere else, not on this important area right here. It's a very vulnerable spot. Palm of the glove, we have an additional overlay here that extends from the pinky all the way down the side of the hand and over the palm. This is one of the most critical areas on a glove, and it looks to me like they've done a brilliant job. This area here has some energy absorbing material behind it, the second layer, and this area here has a nice impact protector and slider. What's great about that is most of us when we fall, we want to put our hands up. It's kind of a reflex. It's hard to stop. A standard glove with just a leather palm, the leather can grip the pavement, and then you'll have a huge transfer of energy because it's trying to stop instead of slide. It can overload the seams on the glove, tear the glove apart, or transfer a bunch of energy into your hand and arm, which could result in injury. Having the plastic protector here, it hits, it slides, and it just gets you sliding on your back or your side the way you should, not on your hands. You'll also notice here on the pinky they have two more plastic protectors that are designed to slide and do the same thing to protect this vulnerable spot right here. They've done a nice job there. The closure system on the glove is a pretty standard dual stage closure. Okay, we've got Velcro. I'll note here that this panel is perforated probably for a little additional cooling. The construction quality of these gloves, by the way, looks fantastic. Let's talk about sizing for a minute. I'm wearing a 2X right now, and it fits me just as I would expect it to. We found that the sizing is pretty consistent with the REV'IT gloves. If you know you're a large in most common gloves, order a large. We think you're going to be just fine. Ventilation on the Jerez. Jeff, if you want to tighten up, please. In between each of the fingers, there is some perforation. One of the best ways to bring air into a glove to cool the hands is to drive it in with perforation in between the fingers. Think about it. Hands on the bars, wind rushing in, comes in the perf, kind of comes out the back of the gauntlet, really works to control the temperature of your hands while you're riding. Let's talk about the protectors here at the wrist and then on the knuckle. This is a composite protector. It's an aluminum plate, some plastic with a honeycomb inner core, and then some energy absorbing foam. They've done the same thing here on the knuckle. We've got an aluminum plate, plastic. The nice thing about the aluminum too is, remember, aluminum slides easy, okay? It's going to be kind of like the plastic slider here, but the aluminum will slide even easier than plastic, and that's great because it can help keep you from tumbling, and it protects these vulnerable spots. Big protector here for the back of the hand, which is nice, and it doesn't feel like it's in the way. Lots of feel, lots of comfort. They've done a nice job integrating that into this glove. Let's kind of tie this up now. We have accordion motion panels sewn in the goat skin here. We have additional protectors over the knuckles. On both knuckles for these two fingers, index finger, we have one. We have an additional overlay of leather, energy absorbing foam. You'll note that these two also have the additional overlay of leather. I think that ties it up pretty well. This is an impressive glove, no doubt about it, from REV'IT. This is the Jerez.